Hey friends, it's Shereé, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my December sewing plans. I feel as though I just filmed my November sewing plans, but friends, I zoomed through those sewing projects. There's only 2 things that I didn't complete, and I will mention them in this video. But for the most part, I completed every task that I had planned for November. So I'm very proud of myself. Even though there was 2 left behind, I'm very proud of myself. Anyways, we're here in a new month. It's December. Happy December, everybody. This is my month to really have lots of fun because I love Christmas. I love Christmas. I'm watching all the Christmas holiday movies. Today's my son's birthday. I'm celebrating my son's birthday and trying to keep my excitement for Christmas down to a minimum and just really hype up my celebration of his 10th birthday, which... thank you, God, that, we had him and that we've made it to year 10 and he still loves us. Anyway, I'm really excited to be in the month of December because now it's all about sewing for others and sewing more for myself for the holidays and just enjoying all the things family. Okay, that's one of the reasons why I really love Christmas. So anyway, if you're interested to see my sewing plans, keep on watching. But first, if you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you're a returning person, thank you so much for your continued support. All right, let's get into it. Before we get into the video, I do want to take a second to talk to you about my channel and how it's going. So many of you know I've had my channel for several years and I really love doing YouTube. I love sharing things about my life, my crafting, my interests, my skill, whatever it is that I think that I have to share. I love sharing it with you here on YouTube. But I've noticed that my views have gone down quite a bit and I'd want to reach out to you to find out if there's something that you'd like to see more from me on my channel, or if there are videos in particular that you don't click on because they don't necessarily match your interest. While I am going to continue to post the things that make me happy, I do want to also make sure that I'm supplying you with videos that you find interesting and that you enjoy. So please communicate with me down below. If you just stumbled on this channel and this is the first time you're watching me, I do want to let you know that I do lots of different types of videos on this channel. I do pattern reviews, I do sew-alongs, I do fabric hauls, I do pattern hauls, I do haul hauls, okay? There's lots of fun things on my channel and I would love for you to check out some of my other videos, especially the ones that I have uploaded in the month of November and also October. I did have a major surgery and I didn't film and upload for over a month. And since then, I've noticed that my views have gone down significantly. So I'm hoping that you all can come back on my channel, rejoin me, and let me know what I can do to entertain you moving forward. All right, let's get into my sewing plans. Now, as I mentioned before, December, I like to sew for other people. Now, 2 years ago, I sewed 90% of my Christmas presents for my family. It nearly took me out, okay? That's not happening again, okay? There are some people that I know value my handmade gifts, and for those people, they do get some handmade items. And for everyone else, I just purchase the things I know they like, okay? Then I don't waste money on supplies for projects they won't appreciate. Now, my #1 fans as it pertains to sewing, the 2 people in my life that constantly want me to make them things are my children. And that makes me so happy because sewing for them is just, it just feels so good in my heart when I see them wear the things that I make for them, and they literally wear them until they can't be worn anymore. And since I have an older son and a younger son, my younger son can't wait to get into my older son's things that I've made, and they always watch me sew. I've even taught them to sew. They've made a couple of projects here at the house. And so the fact that they still want me to make them Christmas jammies makes me so happy. So the very first thing that I will be sewing up is a tried and true pattern that I've sewn and shared on this channel before. It is a simplicity, easy to sew pattern, and it looks like the number has ripped off. This is how much I've used this pattern. I've used it to death, to the point that the envelopes all busted and popped out. I've traced and traced this pattern over and over as these kids keep growing. It's pattern 1520. It is a family pajama pattern. I only use it for my children because the crotch on this guy for both women and men is super low. And it's just an awkward, not very flattering fit of pajama pant for adults. But for my boys, it works out perfectly. And I trace off their sizes. As you can see, I have a folder here with several different sizes. And I trace off their sizes off of this original pattern. Now it's getting tattered, so pretty soon I'm gonna have to replace it all together, maybe at another Joann's Simplicity sale. Get several copies of this so that I can just cut out their size rather than tracing and tracing, because it's been so beat up, guys. But it's still working, so we're gonna keep using it. So my kids want Pokemon pajamas, and the thing about Pokemon pajamas is that I find quite a bit of the fabrics, or even if you, like for instance, my son's birthday is today and he wanted a Pokemon themed birthday, but all of the Pokemon things are this one little yellow creature Pokemon called a Pikachu. I think that's what it's called. And that's not what he's talking about. He wants the cool, scary almost looking creatures or Pokemons, and so they don't have party supplies for that, and it's very hard to find t-shirts and pajamas that have prints of other Pokemons other than Pikachu. Well, I found this cool fabric at Joann's, and as you can see, it has lots of different creatures all over it, and I got it during a sale when they were having their licensed characterized fabrics on sale, and as you can see, it just has lots of really cool prints all over it. And so I can't wait to make him his big boy pajama pants out of this. And then I purchased for my younger son, he's still into Pikachu, so for him he doesn't mind the little yellow guy. And I'll show you what Pikachu looks like just in case you didn't know what I was talking about. It's this little yellow guy here. So anyway, this one has some really cute little designs all over it. I recently made him a screen printed t-shirt with this emblem on it. It was what he selected. We do a lot of projects that I don't share on this channel because it's very hard for me to coordinate projects for them, do it with them, and then film it at the same time. It's just a lot. So one of the things we love to do is screen printing, and also we still use our, I have a special printer that prints on sublimation ink sheets that we transfer with a heat press onto t-shirts and sweatshirts and stuff like that. And so this was one of his recent projects. He has a t-shirt with this on it. So anyways, this is what I chose for him. Now, as far as shirts go, I, at one point during the pandemic, thought that I was going to start selling more of my handmade goods on Etsy, and I purchased a ton of t-shirts because yes, I can sew t-shirts, but they were just so affordable. I caught a really good sale. So I bought a bunch of t-shirts in different sizes. So I have a couple of these, I think they're called, Gildan. They're just the, 4 for $12 or 3 for $12 that you can get at Joann's or Michael's t-shirts. And my kids do fabric paint on these. We do lots of different things on these. They hand draw with fabric markers, all kinds of stuff on these t-shirts. So we definitely design t-shirts all the time. What I want to do with these is I want to cut out an interesting design, maybe using my Cricut, out of these fabrics to sew on the center of these t-shirts so that their t-shirt can match their pajama pants. Another idea I had too, which I think might work even better, is to create a little koala pouch or pocket for the front of their t-shirt, one like what you would put on a sweatshirt, but on their t-shirt, and then that way they can, put their hands in it. The only drawback to that though, or maybe I could just do a small pocket here. The only drawback to that is that they'll actually use the pocket, which means I'll be taking sticky candy or whatever out of those pockets before I wash them in the laundry. But I think it just would be really cute to make the t-shirt look like it goes with the pants. All right, so that's my first important thing that I have to do for gifts in my family, is to make my babies some pajamas. Now the next thing on my list is actually something I was supposed to make last year, and I shared this in my last video. Now, a year ago, I cut this sweatsuit, Simplicity S9458, for my husband. I purchased a very expensive French terry fabric, organic French terry fabric from Stone Mountain and Daughter for my husband. And this is what it looks like. It's very, very thin. Which I did not know it was going to be thin, guys. I thought it was going to be a heavyweight fabric, and I was like, oh, he's going to be so warm and handsome in his sweatsuit. And then it came, and it was actually super thin, but it was so expensive, and it felt really nice to the touch. So I just went along with it, and I already cut the pattern pieces a year ago and everything. But at one point it seemed as though my husband wasn't very excited about me sewing up that sweatsuit. And so because he wasn't like, where's my sweatsuit? I can't wait to have my sweatsuit. It got pushed to the back burner. Well, it's Christmas time. I still haven't made my husband's sweatsuit. So that is number 2 priority on my sewing list for the month of December. And I got all the hardware, cut all the pieces and everything to make the zip front jacket, as well as the joggers that have the snaps on the legs and everything. So that is happening. The next thing that I actually absolutely have to sew is I have a pattern test. I sewed the test version. Now I have to do the final version, and it is a pant pattern. And so you'll be hearing about that pretty soon here. But that has to be finished. Also, I am going to be making another outfit that is a secret outfit, a top and a bottom. So many secrets, okay? But you'll learn about that one as well soon in the future. And then, okay, let's talk about the things I did not finish last month. The things I didn't sew last month was my McCall M8146 out of the faux leather. The reason this didn't get done is because a couple of people gave me suggestions for other patterns that I might want to look into, because I'm still trying to dupe that awesome top that I saw at Express. Now, I still think I'm leaning heavily towards this pattern for this fabric, but since I'm not certain, I don't want to cut it yet. This I hope to get done in December. Also, guys, my shacket that I shared last month, I have not made it yet. Those were the 2 things from my last sewing plans video that did not get sewn. Everything else got sewn. And a couple of other things I sewed that I didn't plan to sew got sewn. All right, so next is my holiday skirt. I mentioned when I did a fabric haul that I wanted a holiday skirt. Every Christmas Eve, my mother-in-law has a special dinner party for my father-in-law because his birthday's on Christmas. So it's an opportunity, much like Thanksgiving, for us to get dressed up and go over to their house and enjoy a really nice meal and celebrate my father-in-law. And I have purchased this awesome, really, really awesome metallic-y designed fabric that has a black spongy soft background, and it's stretchy a bit. So I have decided I'm going to make a tried and true pattern. This is Simplicity S8982. I've made a couple of versions of this pattern already, and I love it. I'm going to make the long version of the skirt for this fabric here to wear on Christmas Eve. I love it. And if I am able to complete my faux leather top, I would pair it with this. If I'm not, probably just a basic turtleneck sweater in black that I've already made last year for Christmas. I think that will be really good. I think I'll feel really special wearing it. It screams holiday, and I think it's one that I could pull out every fall, winter. So I really like that idea. And it's one of the easiest skirt patterns I've ever sewn. So if you're a beginner sewist, you might want to try this pattern. It is S8982. It's very popular amongst the sewing community. Definitely should take a look at this one. It's very good. I've sewn the dress, the top, and the skirt already in the past, and I love it. Okay, next. The next thing I have to sew is something I cut last year, guys. It's something I cut last year, and I'm not proud of myself for not have completed this project, but let me get it. It is the Tilly and the Buttons Pearl Cardigan. I made 2 of these out of sweatshirt fabric that I love, and I wore to death when this pattern first came out. But I cut out a French terry version, which is very thin in this blue color. It's a fabric that I got from Thread Crate from their, I think it was like 12 Days of Christmas or something like that countdown package that I purchased. And there was one fabric in that bundle, and it was this fabric. It's very thin, guys. So when I do make it up, it'll be worn like a shirt and not like a regular cardigan, because it's so thin. And I think that's why I never sewed it up after I cut it. When I first cut it, I was so excited because I had already recently made two, and I thought, oh, it would be great if I had a blue version. But then because it was a thinner fabric, I found myself not wanting to sew it up because I really wanted a cardigan. So I want to sew this up because I don't want the fabric to be wasted. And like I said before, I will wear it like a shirt. So hopefully it comes out nice. I have tried this pattern. It's a lovely pattern, actually one of my favorites. And yeah, so I'm excited to get this done because it needs to get done, okay? In addition to those plans, if I have time, and this is a huge if because this is a lot of things to sew up, guys, but I have Christmas break coming up, which means I won't be working for a little bit. So I'm hopeful that I'll be able to get some sewing done in the mix of crafting with my kids for the holidays and keeping them entertained. If I'm able to, I'd really love to make the Solar Tee by Paper Cut Patterns. This pattern, I'll hold it up close, it comes with various different versions. And one of the things I really like about this pattern is that it has the option to add a ruffle on the sleeve, as well as to make it long sleeve or short sleeve. You can make this out of sweatshirt fabric, you know, or t-shirt fabric. There's lots of different variations, so I really can't wait to make. What I really want to do is make the sweatshirt version of this. And I purchased this lightweight sweatshirt fleece that I shared on my channel. It is like a light green color, and I shared it in my most recent fabric haul video. If I could make this out of that fabric, that would be great. If it turns out fantastic, then I will move on to make the same thing out of the white sweatshirt fleece that I shared in my previous fabric haul video. And I will make matching sweatpants out of the Paper Cut Pattern Tula pants. Now this particular pattern is also very cool because you can make it out of a woven or out of a stretch fabric. Now if you can see here in this picture, it is a picture of this woman wearing both the Tula sweatshirt and the jogger version of the Tula pants. So looking at this picture, you can see you can make sweatpants, or you can use a woven fabric to make a wide leg crop or full length pant with elastic waist, or you can make shorts. So it's really cool that you can get so many different looks out of this one pattern using two different types of fabric. But my goal is to have a sweatsuit just like this in both the green fabric and the cream off-white fabric that I purchased in my fabric haul. So if that can happen, I will be such a happy camper because I'm finding that I'm not liking the feel of some of my older sweats. Even though they are well loved, they're a little too well loved. So it's time to replace them, and I'd love to replace them with handmade versus store-bought, or me-made versus store-bought. One more thing, and then I'll just really throw in the towel. The last thing I'd love to make, granted, I don't think I'll be able to make it happen, but maybe in January, if not in December, is pajamas for myself, okay? My pajamas are embarrassing. They're so embarrassing. They're tattered, they're worn, they're faded, but they're cozy still, and there's no holes, so I keep wearing them. But they definitely don't look crisp and nice like they did when I first purchased them. That is something that's on my Christmas wish list for my family, is new pajamas. But I have this pattern. It's S9217. It's a simplicity pattern, and as you can see, we have a long sleeve shirt, short sleeve shirt, shorts, and pants. So everything I need right in this pattern, and I think I would absolutely enjoy wearing this pattern. And I have two fabrics in my stash that I would love to use. This is my Wrong Girl fabric that I purchased because I am a huge fan of Wrong. She is an artist, and I purchased quite a few, most of her planner stickers and designs that she sells. I also have some wall art that I purchased that she's created. If you don't know about her, she has a really great Facebook group, and she actually does communicate with the people that are subscribed in that group, and she's so nice. So anyways, I purchased this fabric at Joann's. It is a cotton fabric. I have plenty here. Originally, I was going to make bags and planner covers to sell on my Etsy shop, but I never did because I thought these would be some awesome pajamas. I'm such a selfish sewer, honestly. So there's that. The other print that I have is this awesome skeleton print fabric with the roses. I love it so much. You guys know I love sugar skulls. I love skeletons. They're everywhere. So I love it. So those are my last minute, if I can squeeze them in, sewing plans, is to make myself some pajamas. I think I covered everything. I can't wait to get started sewing on these items. So pretty soon you'll be seeing some finished garments. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you're sewing for the month of December in the comment section below. Let me know if you're sewing up any Christmas gifts for folks in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what you're up to. Please subscribe to my channel. Also, I want to plug that my series here on YouTube, Elevate with Ankara with Creativity by T, is up and running, okay? If you've missed out on those videos, I have an introduction video. We have a shop our fabric stash video, and we also have a wonderful interview with CJ of House of Mami Wata. This video is so cool because she answers some of those burning questions that we have about Ankara fabric in that video. So please check out those episodes. And in addition to that, we will be posting on Tuesday, December the 6th, our very first garment in the sewing series. And in that video, we will be sharing some pattern suggestions for that particular garment, okay? And at the end of the month, December 20th, we will be revealing the actual finished garment, sharing with you the pattern we selected for our personal item. I almost gave it away what that item is, but you gotta watch the video if you wanna know, okay? Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Again, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Have a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and I'll be talking to you soon. Bye.